Hello everyone, we meet a bit earlier this time. I hope you are having a good day, everything is coming along nicely, and it's time to continue more Gran Turismo for Randomizer, because I'm not sure if I will be able to stream this Sunday. Hey Jabby, hope you're doing well. I saw you bought Gran Turismo 3, that's really good. Gran Turismo 3 is an excellent game. You should totally have a lot of fun with it. Let's get this car ready for today. Hey, Mr. Wheels, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. These gears are kind of long, actually. Hey, Valve, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. This thing has a lot of power, though, so I have to be careful with that. Right, so I have a busy week, a pretty busy week, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to stream again. I'm just doing a few things, and I'm not free until midnight my time, actually. So, yeah. We're just going to stream today because I happen to have a few hours before I have to go. I do apologize for the random schedule, but sometimes this happens. I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I know you all will be patient, but at the same time, you do deserve content. I mean, it's not fair that I just keep you all waiting. I don't think that's fair at all. Yeah, I'm streaming at 2 p.m. Today I'm streaming at 2 p.m. It's the best I can do. I know this video will be a bit limited on reach. Hey Jeb, hope you're doing well. Will be a bit limited on reach because it's not the usual time. Hey Luxio, hope you're doing well. Hey Julian. We're going to get started actually. We're going to get racing. British GT series. I needed a British car last stream. We got one, so it's time to put it to good use. It's a shame it's silver, but you know, it's randomized. I can't choose. Let me know if everything's working fine for you all. Oh, there's an XJ220. This could be difficult. Ah! Difficult is an understatement. Yeah, no. I know I can't compete with an XJ220 with this thing. So we'll have to reroll. Yeah, no, it's not going to be competitive. It's going to be a bit too much for our own Jaguar. Yeah, no, the XJ220 is just too much. I could barely keep up with it driving a Lotus Elise, so I know how good that thing is. Hey BRC, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started if I get a decent lineup. Yeah, it is a bit weak, it is a bit heavy. It's not the best car for this. But it's the only one I got, so we'll have to make do with it. Ah, this is more doable. This shall be doable. Ah, I think I removed the wrong part. Never mind. Yeah, actually I do mind because we have too much power now. Sorry, I removed the muffler. I had to remove the NA tuning. Right, there we go. I did weight reduction to this thing, but yeah, you know, it is a really big car. So 179, oh god, I'm going to need the NA as well? Oh god, fine. Actually, we did that last stream. Let's see now. Well, I'm not sure how good it's going to go. Maybe we need to throw more money at it. Maybe not. Oh, wheel spin. No, it's just my rivals actually have really quick cars, and we have a 650. They have really good cars, and I mean, this isn't bad, but it's really a different type of car. And they have full-blown sport cars, and I have like a luxury sedan. So I'm really happy. But so far we seem to be competitive, which is good. Probably depends on the track layout. The sprees might be the problem. Yeah. And the TBR, well, it's a TBR. Tires are fine because the races are long, and if I put soft tires, given the weight of this car, they are going to be destroyed by the end. So one way or another, I will suffer entirely. So yeah. We're going to use this thing with the stock tires it has. I think they are mediums. Which isn't too bad. Mediums are the average for most cars. Very few come with soft standard, and I think none come with hard, if I'm correct. And we seem to be competitive for now. Oh. Eesh. This thing surely doesn't like turning. It doesn't like turning at all. I'm not sure if they were cautious or not. We'll see as the race continues, because I know they are pretty quick. When I did my Gran Turismo 4 run, I had a few problems with the XJ220 because it managed to get through traffic or something, and it managed to gain like 3 seconds on a lap, on a single lap, I think. Or maybe I'm getting confused with another car. Maybe I'm getting confused with another car. The XJ220 was always really close to me. But still, yeah, they are pretty decent, and on the straightaway, they probably beat me. So that's something to keep in mind. We'll just have to make sure. Just be careful with the throttle inputs, because this thing is heavy and I don't want to start spinning around. I won it, let me think. I forgot. I'm sorry, I actually forgot. We won it last stream, that's for sure. Yeah, the XJ220 is one of the fastest cars ever made. Everyone forgets because the F1 came after, but the XJ220 was the fastest car for some time. Yeah, it goes to show in a racetrack environment, top speed isn't everything, but it's surely nice to have. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice to have top speed. Oh, I tapped the brakes by accident. I can choose, I like both. Like the XJ220 is brilliant, and the XJR15 is also brilliant for different reasons. I think you can't have one without the other, because the XJR15 was a Jaguar Sport project. And then you had the XJ220, which was a Jaguar project, which went a bit hidden until it was fully developed. Like the crew who made the XJ220 used to work on their free time on it. So both cars are really special. If we talk about rarity, the XJR15 is, I think, rarer. There's less than 100. Well, there's more than 100 XJ220. I'm not sure, the XJ220 took away the record from the EV110, or the EV110 took away the record from the XJ220, because those two were together at the same time. I don't remember, actually. You had like a lot of interesting cars which were made on the late 80s, early 90s, which sadly fell into a financial crisis and nobody bought. And now they are worth a fortune. I totally remember, like, there was a time where the XJ220 was a cheap car for what it was. You could actually give them away, like, almost. But now that they are $500,000 cars and up, so people have realized what they are and they are asking premiums. So of course they are. Right, the EV110 stole records from the XJ220. Right, there we go. So that's correct. I didn't know which one came first for a second, but I remember the EV110 came and took records away from someone. It couldn't be the F1 because the F1 came later in '95, and by then the EV110 was a piece of history, sadly. Unless you count the super sports, but those were made like I can count them with the fingers of my hand. So those were pretty limited. Oh. I remember doing something like this. Oh, there we go. First race of the stream, and it's already a close one. By the way, there's 28 of us, and you only left 4 likes. So if you haven't left a like on the stream, now is the time to do so. Sorry, I was moving my microphone around. It's a bit of an awkward spot. Just a bit of the rush that I had to do to get live in time and make sure the live is long enough. Right, race 2, Fuji Speedway. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure which one is the best production car of all time. Truth be told, I'm not. There are so many options for me. Because yeah, the McLaren F1 is a brilliant car, but is it the perfect car? I mean, it's really good, but is it the perfect car? That's a bit of an interesting question. Food for thought. There's 3 sprees on this race. Like, there's a 98, a silver 350, and the last 2002. I love that shade of green on the 2002, though. It's really nice. Nah, I'm not going to cut the chicane. We're fine. We're competitive. I don't have to do that. I like Fuji. It's fine. I think there are worse tracks. It's totally a top speed track, don't get me wrong, but it's a fun circuit. I like it. There's room for overtake. You have long straights. It's a simple circuit. I like it. There's a chicane as well. Yes, Fuji in the British Championship. It doesn't beat, like, last stream we did the German Championship, and they had like 4 races in Japan. 4! I mean, I knew that British and German were friends, but that's kind of much. Yeah, Japan has a few circuits, but sadly the ones everyone knows is like Suzuka because of F1 and Fuji. there should be a bigger effort to bring more Japanese tracks into racing games. Those are V8 Elises, and they have like a British engine. They didn't use Toyota engines for those. The inline fours for the second gen Elise onboards were from Toyota, and the V6s on the Evoras were from Toyota as well. Okay, we're doing well. I'm not too far away, but we're doing okay. I just have to make sure they don't catch up to me on the straight. We'll be fine. Don't use second gear, wheel spin. Only third gear and above, otherwise I'm going to spin out. Yeah, they had rubber engines. The first Elises had rubber engines. I think it was the K series. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was the K series rubber. Probably 80s or 90s. The current layout I don't know that well. Hey Supersonic, welcome. I'm glad you have a stream to distract yourself. I'm glad to be here and provide entertainment for you. Hope you're doing well, otherwise. Yeah, I mean, that's... usually, I don't think, like, British manufacturing is bad. People always like to joke about that, but they always make some pretty interesting designs. I think the problems, as always, lie with other things. But yeah, the designs were pretty solid. I gotta say, I really like the S-Type we got. I wanted a different color. I will die on this hill, but I want a different color for this car. That song was in Gran Turismo 3, actually. I remember. It's catching up to me, but it doesn't have enough room to make the overtake. We're good. Another close race. That was pretty close, actually. Right. There's 29 of us and still 14 likes, so remember to click the button. Just so the stream gets promoted to more people. Yeah, exactly, by feeder. And they had like just a day on the intro, by feeder as well. Right. Yeah, TBR issues are pretty notorious. Like, they ship cars with completely broken engines. TBR. There's companies who rebuild engines that were wrong from the factory. And when they had recalls, they will take parts from other cars they were building and put them on the car with the recalls. Yeah, TBR was really something special. In a good sense and in a bad sense as well, like in both aspects. Oh, that was fun. Going 2 wheels almost there. Didn't know the S-Type could do rally. You learn new things every day. Ow. Gotta say, this is a pretty safe setup for this car. It leans towards understeer, of course. But it's really planted, I like it. It drives really smoothly. You just point and the car goes. You just put the throttle and it goes. Just brake early and make sure you don't brake too late, because otherwise you're going to go straight off the track. But it's fine. It drives really well. Yeah, I mean, music in video games is a really funny subject to me, because for one, you have people who only listen to like video game OSTs. I met a few of those, and yeah, they are alright. But at the same time, I see games as whenever they have a licensed soundtrack, they manage to introduce new songs to a completely different generation. A great example is like GTA Vice City. That game totally introduced an entire generation to the 80s musical style. And now you have a lot of people who grew up with that stuff, and you can tell they got somewhat influenced by it. I like El Capitan, it's a really fun circuit. Oh, that wall tap. It should have been slower. Way slower. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky because my parents always listened to good music, and I always had good music around me. So when I played Vice City, I knew a few of the songs already. So those things were always on my mind. Hey Jair, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Just racing around with a Jaguar. A silver Jaguar. Yes, I will insist, the car's silver, I know. We are going to get scared of me. I'm just going to brake a bit earlier than usual and just power my way out of corners, because the car kind of likes that actually. Yeah, that's kind of sad actually. The fact that, you know, you can build a lot of friendships and memories on online games, and losing all of that is really painful. Exactly, Giuseppe, conquer the world with class and elegance, pretty much. I really support your approach. Right on the spot. So your dad was really into the early 90s music scene, and I see. That one I kind of discovered by myself, actually. My parents were a bit older, so I discovered that one by myself. My parents actually allowed me to play violent games. At first they didn't like it, but they realized that I understood it was a game, so they let me do it, whatever. There's worse things outside, just play game. Hey Booster, you didn't miss much. We're starting the British GT League and it's already the third race. And we're doing this with a Jaguar, an S-Type. I appreciate it. Everything is fine. Hope you're well. I wouldn't call them beautiful, but I respect you are entitled to your opinion here. The least I can do is just work harder to make them even better. To the quality that I feel my viewers deserve, to be honest. Yeah, this is the final lap. The AI is really bad at El Capitan, and I kind of like El Capitan, so I know it well and I know where to make time over the AI, so yes, this one was a bit of a cruise. And sub 2 minutes lap to end the race. Now there's 38 of us, which I'm really grateful, it's a lot, but there's only 16 likes, so if you haven't left a like, go on and do it, please. You told me on Discord, I think, right? That you need a new power supply for your PC. I remember that. Oh, if you all are curious, we do have a Discord server. The link is in the description to the stream if you do want to join. Oh, rolling starts. This could be interesting. You know, back then, like when, yeah, and I kind of still do. I also went away like from games. I never got the chance to play many games, so I rely on other people who play them. And sometimes I just don't want to invest myself to play the game. I just want to watch someone else play it. It makes me curious. So yeah, I totally understand, and I think that's a really nice thing to provide to people. You need an entire new PC. Ooh. A new motherboard. Yeah, that's expensive. Yeah, sometimes it becomes a game of, is it really worth to repair something old, or I just save more and buy something new off the lot? Hope you can get a new one soon. And thanks, Ray. Yeah, I was trying something different with that video. I mean, I always have a bit of a sense of humor, I won't deny that. But I know that I can keep it a bit hidden because I don't know how people want me to present. Now that I saw the reaction that both the 500 and that video, like the latest one in Gran Turismo 4, got, I'll think I'll let my humor slide a bit more. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to this thing, but I will get there. It's fine with 3 laps. As long as nothing bad happens, we'll be fine. Totally fine. Yeah, see? We're closing in. I mean, it all depends on the kind of PC you want. If you want a proper PC, yeah, it's going to take a bit. It always takes a bit of money to get it going. If you want something to just watch YouTube, browse the internet, that's probably more affordable. Yeah, you brake too hard for that turn. Gotta say, this thing that drives really well. I'm impressed. Like it has really good acceleration and it's planted. It doesn't slide at all. There's no body roll. The steering is really precise. Like I just put the car and push the throttle and it goes. I wouldn't change anything on this car. Yeah, Summon is the new name. Infineon was the older name. And yeah, it's a really fun track. I think it deserves a bit more of attention. I used to dislike it when I first played this game, like 10, 15 years ago, I don't know. And now it's one of my favorites. I really like this final section. It's one of my favorites. And the first one as well, like with the uphill turns. That's awesome. Yeah, they are like a few seconds away now. We're on the clear, that's for sure. Just another lap, I have to bring this thing home and we'll be good. 4 seconds. Ooh. Ah, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you just can't live without a useful computer nowadays. I totally understand that. But yeah, I do hope you can get a proper PC if you desire so soon. I know, like, given how unstable the economy is where I live, there were so many times where I saved money for a PC and the prices raised before I had everything and I had to start saving yet again. But I got lucky enough and I got this one. Then I upgraded the few parts on it before I started doing YouTube seriously, and it does feel really rewarding. God, I wish I had a useful computer. Yeah, pretty much. That was me for the last 20-something years. It wasn't until I got this one, which I was really proud of. Oh, the spray is close again. Then again, this lap. I was cruising this lap. There's no way around it. I was cruising this lap. Yeah, I used to play Gran Turismo 2 in a CRT as well. In fact, I do still have that CRT in my room taking space because it's a TV, it works. Not that I use it much, I can barely use the TV unless I watch something. But yeah, it's sitting there, I still have it. It's like a 20-inch CRT. Final race. Oh, it's in midfield. Oh, but it's midfield reverse. Off we go. Just get the wheel spinning and we'll drop a gear. I kinda feel bad for the Griffith. I love the TVR Griffith, but it just gets demolished by all of us. Poor thing. Okay. Easy now. No, don't use second gear. Third gear and above. By the way, after this race, it's time for a prize car. And I need a truck and something for the GT World Championship. I think the rest were fine one way or another. Yeah, that's really cool. My PS2 is a slim one, it doesn't work too well, so it's up there gathering dust. My PS1 does work well, but I never managed to make games that it could read for some reason. So yeah, but I still have my PS1 and PS2. If I get a Sauber, it will be brilliant. But I don't think I'll get a Sauber. Maybe an XJR9. They have better speed than me, that's for sure, those two guys up ahead. No, I have to try Motorsport Manager one day. It's one of those games I want to do. Oh, hello TVR. Hope you're doing well. You could have asked before tapping me though. Right. I'll try to catch up. I want the prize money. I want to recover the investment I made with the S-Type. Ooh, thunder speed. That was bad. I almost go off the track, I lost so much speed there, I should have braked earlier. Ah, an Alpha 155 will be Well, for one, I need a DTM car, so it could be useful, but yeah. I'll be stuck with the same problems, like I have to JGTC NSXs already. And yeah, those are nice, but they aren't GT World Championship material. Or an Avantime. Yeah, I was finding it weird you said something else, something other than an Avantime. I was starting to wonder if it was the same person or not. Yeah, this one is a loss. Copy. I'm sorry to inform you all. I'll have to hold my third place because those two Elises just have so much speed than me, it seems. Or to be fair, they were always catching up to me on straights, so it should have been obvious that I was going to struggle in this track, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'll come back and win this race and win it. Oof. Yeah, I mean, if I drive like this, there's no way I'm going to win. I'm totally out of it right now. I just realized I just had nothing to do with them at all. There's 48 of us, and there's only 23 likes, so I will appreciate if you all leave a like on the stream. Competitive Pokemon is a lot of fun. I used to play it, but then I left it. But yeah, Showdown is really fun. I'm glad you're giving it a try. I never watched Indie, but I heard it's really fun. I really got to watch the entire thing. Prize card time. Ooh. What will it be? Oh no. Oh damn. I need silver. Oof, this one stings. But I think there's a GTI race, so profit? Yeah, profit. We'll do the GTI race. Why not? Volkswagen. Yes, there's a GTI Cup. At least you could have given me a red one. Was it so difficult to give me this? Or the white one? I got gold. I got gold, man. Fine. You know what? You know what? You want to drag me down? Everyone wants to drag me down, but I will buy this thing. I will use this thing. I will get something special out of it. You know what? I refuse to let fate ruin my plans. Fine. Fine. I don't know what do I need, but I'm sure it's going to be something substantial because those things have a lot of power. My opponents, I mean. I'm not going to buy the transmission. fine. I hope this works, and if it doesn't, then, well, back to the drawing board. I'm not going to buy the transmission, but I'm going to buy the clutch, because this thing is old and it's probably really slow at shifting. And the racing flywheel. The racing flywheel is near free. Oh, could I have bought a turbo? I could have bought a turbo. Well, never mind. I'll just keep both in case. Right, now stage 1 weight reduction, why not? Yeah, sub 800 kilograms, that thing's light. Oil change, because you always change the oil on a new car, you know how this goes. And don't get me wrong, like the Mark 1 GTI is a really cool car, but I was expecting something else. No, they didn't have chips in the 1970s. I mean, mechanical fuel injection was still a thing. The first electronic systems, I think, came in the late 70s, early 80s, if I'm right. By the 80s, you had like Bosch, K-Tronic, and LG-Tronic, I think, and those were electronic by then. If I am correct, I could be wrong. We already did League B, but I can see if this thing can do League A, because I really don't know. I have no idea. I think this is too slow. You need a car with 200 horsepower and above. Right, camber, 0.5. And we'll keep the shock absorbers like this. We're going to go really low on the right height though. The arrow gets stuck, of course it does. The arrow gets stuck, of course it does. Yeah, stiffer rear springs. Softer rear springs. Softer front springs. That should be alright. Should be, keyword as usual. You never know. Ah yes, who doesn't love the smell of a carburetor and fuel on the morning? Well, this thing can go really well or really wrong. Yeah, we're 60. There are so many of us. I'm really glad. Hope you all are having a good time, and welcome. This is Gran Turismo for Randomizer. Oof. Very well. Did I put the turbo, or is it still on NA mode? Yeah, it has the turbo. Yeah, I think it should be alright. Should be. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, we're fine. I mean, according to A-spec points, but right, A-spec points are really based off weight, like the power to weight ratio is that's why the S-type got so many points, and this thing has wheel spin, good god, the last thing I need. Yeah, it's so small, it fits anywhere. I'm fine with that. I really like the Mark IV, especially in that shade of green. Really nice shade of green. Hong Kong, this track is something else. And it's the reverse Hong Kong. Good god. This turn in reverse is so god awful. We'll have to see if this thing can do a League A. Because if it could, then we'll get our money out of it, that's for sure. A-spec points are just like a difficulty metric. They go from 1 to 200. 1 being really easy and 200 being a really difficult race. They are based off the car you drive, with the power to weight ratio, the opponent, all of that. They have no value outside being a difficulty metric and bragging rights. Whenever you want to say, look, I did races with this amount of aspect points. There's nothing of value in them. But it's always nice to have like high aspect points. It feels rewarding to win races with high aspect points. No, I think it doesn't. Like, this is our 76. It's like the very first Mark 1. And I think those came with steel wheels. They didn't came with fancy alloys. Ooh, the wheel spin. Sure, Javi, don't worry about it. Oh, the curve. The curve is so tall. That curve is so tall. Unnecessarily tall. Yeah, we'll do this to avoid the curve. Very easy here. Very easy. This turn is really tricky. It seems easy, but it's harder than it looks, believe me. They're just there. Totally just there. Oof. Ooh. The El Capitan endurance is really fun. I really like that one as well. The problem is, the problem with most endurance races is like the fact you have to use sport tires. And yeah, you can manage, but it's really annoying when I have to change tires every 6 laps, because that's the best I can do. I have played this game with a steering wheel and I made a video about it. However, I think it's better to play with a controller nowadays. I'm going to be honest, it feels really more responsive, and most problems that come with the controller can be fixed by the Gran Turismo 3 chase camera. That fixes everything wrong with driving in this game. The wheel experience is fun, don't get me wrong, but if you're not missing out in much if you can't do it. That's what I mean. A bit of understeer. Always a bit of understeer. Of course, this is Gran Turismo. The real understeer simulator. There's really 53 of us and only half of the stream has left a like. That's crazy. Really crazy. You should totally do so. Bring more people in here. Like, who else doesn't want to see a turbo golf racing in Tsukuba? Because this is totally a set of cars that you will see in Japan every day, right? Right, rolling start. This might be a bit tricky. I can see the 2 leading cars are already far away from us. Yes, every car in this game is included in the randomizer pool. Will I get a Formula GT? Unlikely. And if I do, it's going to be really busted. Excuse me? Thank you. I know that wasn't clean, but never mind. I'm not going to say it. I'll save that to defend myself against the 5-second penalty I will get. Oh, wheel spin. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit tired. This week is really something for me, so I'm a bit tired. Sorry. I mean, Dustin Eden won the GT World Championship and got a bloody car of all things, a Ford car. So yeah, you can totally get a really bad price car from completing the GT World Championship. I'm not looking forward to what I will get, but we're doing alright so far. I'm not going to deny it. The randomizer is going alright for us. Ooh, easy, don't do the understeer. We're doing fine. Don't do. Just keep it steady. We're getting there. Yeah, he got a silver for Ka, of all things. It wasn't even a good color. Yeah, the first generation Ka has a lot of charm. Yeah, exactly. It was silver, I know. Ah, you want me to get the Avantime so badly. And I like the Avantime, but the thing is I have nowhere to use it. They have to get serious. This thing is really, really far away. I might just go for the throw in the next corner. No, I'm going to be far away. I don't want to be sitting here forever. Man, that was karma. Oh, God. Oh, man. Totally fair. I deserve that. I totally do. We were going to retry this race anyway, so might as well. Oh God, that's embarrassing. I'll have to. They have to put a faster first up. Yeah, those things just... I don't have the base to catch up to it. You can get past these guys, but they can catch up to the Mark V if it gets ahead. So I have to make sure I overtake while it's playing around with the leading Mark IV. Maybe I get a chance that way. He's going for the overtake. Didn't work. There's so much corner cutting I can do. Oh, we're keeping up in the straights thanks to Slipstream. So he got past the Mark IV, I'm going to get past him right now. Just keep it steady, I'll make the dive on the next turn. That was a gear below. Damn. Gear above, not gear below. Excuse me. Yeah, you. That's what you get for rubber banding away from me. Hey Ham, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. What kind of challenge? That will be interesting. Well, we're a second ahead. The one like they made the spas like they grabbed the spas and they just made a disaster of it. That one was excellent. The short is on YouTube. The entire thing. It's brilliant. It didn't survive a single car wash. The problem is I don't have Gran Turismo 5 and I cannot emulate it because my PC isn't strong enough. And I don't have a PS3 capture card. I don't have all of that here, so sadly no Gran Turismo 5. I do appreciate the suggestion though, I always do. Even if it's not possible for me or I don't think it's interesting. It's always good to have more ideas on the table. Now there's a lot of good things which come in pink actually. Oh, he's just sitting behind. Fine. Race. There we go. Hope that the stream is up to your standards so far. The worst car I could use for GT World Championship. Well, someone managed to beat it with an R390 road car. But I never made myself that question. So yeah, it will take a lot of trial and error to see what do I need. Because the problem is the Group C cars have so much downforce that you kind of need another Group C car to compete with. You can't beat them by pit strategy if you aren't right behind them. So yeah, it's really tough. The track selection might help at times, because funny enough, we have races in Opera Paris, Hong Kong, Seoul. Not Seoul is really a power track. The problem I think with the V16 is that you can't put a GT wing on it, and if you can't put a GT wing on it, forget about it. There's no way to be competitive. No matter how much power you have, you need a GT wing because it's a downforce thing rather than a top speed thing. The Saline 7 can't have a GT wing, by example, and that's really annoying because it's a really good car. It will be more useful with it one. The Viper SRT10 is really quick, but it's not. It doesn't have enough downforce to compete against LMPs. Yeah, the V16T is really cool. The problem is it's kind of hard to use, and I think I still need an Italian car as well. So maybe. Oh, we're going for the double overtake. But we still have to fight with the position with this Mark 5. Doesn't matter. This lady's ours. Go away, you thing with infotainment. We don't need that here. No, the Ford GT is actually a disaster of a car. It drives really badly. I shown a few clips on my Discord server while I was recording the Gran Turismo 4 challenge of the Ford GT, and how terrible it is to drive and how unpredictable it can be, to the point where I had to just throw the car away and go back to the drawing board, and that's where the Viper came in. Because I was trying the Ford GT and the GT turned out to be a pretty awful choice. So it was the Viper in the end. I would say the Viper is better than the GT without a doubt. Ooh. I've seen really few Mark 1s. And they were they were US spec Mark 1s. In fact, the only one that I remember well, it was a convertible Mark 1, and it was sold as a Volkswagen Rabbit. I saw one here. But there weren't many Golfs until the Mark 3, then the Mark 4. The first two were kind of obscure in here. As in virtually non-existent outside a few units, very few units. Which you can count them with your hands, really. A few months or a year ago, there was a Golf GTI Mark II for sale, I think it was. They wanted crazy money, as they always do. But that's one of the few times I've seen another Mark 1, Mark 2 in this country in the market. And then there was another convertible Rabbit, but I think this one was white. Yeah, it was white. Colby, I mean, Colby might not be the right word. I'm already working on something, but yeah, I mean, suggestions are always appreciated, especially if you leave them like on my Discord server, because I can read them easily there. I have a specific channel for suggestions and all. Yeah, the Mark IV. Here it was the Mark III. And then came the Mark IV, and the Mark IV did really well, to the point where, and I think this happened in Brazil as well, the Mark V didn't came there, they didn't make them there. They just restyled the Mark IV and made them with worse engines. There was no GTI in that weird Mark IV that was made in Brazil. Like, it was all 1.6s and 1.9 TDIs, I think. They were the ones with like the weird headlights, you know, the massive clear headlights on the back. It looked a bit square. It was a weird design. It wasn't as clean as the original Mark IV. You probably know what I'm talking about. I know it's hard to describe, and people might say, "Oh, what is this guy talking about?" But it's just look Brazil, Volkswagen Mark IV Brazil restyle or something like that, and it should appear. Hey Tikanchi, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Alright, Jeb, enjoy your dinner. Hope it's good. Yeah, I get your point. As just winning, just only an only prize car run, and I have to use each car I win for a race. Yeah, I get your point, but for some cars I really need to use them for one single event, and given how many prize cars I'm going to get, it becomes a bit of a roadblock, I would say. And yes, they did the same with the Clio here. Like, the Mark 2 or 3 Clio was the last one Argentina got, and then they got like this awful budget redesign, which was made until 2016, I think, or a bit later. It was terrible. It's like they made it until the end of time, and it was really cheap. It was one of the worst cars ever made, I'm pretty confident. Oh, this thing is going to destroy me. Seconds away already. Yeah, there's not much I can do in midfield, to be fair. Again, we have the same problem as I had last race. I'm too far to make a move, I'm sorry. This one might be a retry. I'll just buy the bigger turbo, and we'll just call it a day with the bigger turbo and move on with our next challenge. Yeah, it really looks weird. Especially like the Mark IV was such... I know some people don't like it, but I really do like the Mark IV. Ah, good God, I'm short of power for this. We're just crawling off the finish line, and yes, I'm doing this for extra credits. Of course, I'm doing this for extra credits. I'm going to have to put like 10,000 credits more in this thing. I just hope the price car is acceptable. If you don't mind, I'm going to try first to see if there's a lineup which has a slower car on the lead, and I'm going to try that rather than buying the turbo, because I refuse to buy a turbo. It's too much money. Okay. It's a Lupo GTI and the Golf 5 is in third. Well, let's try this. You might have seen it because it made it to other countries in Latin America. Like, we got it in Argentina, and I'm pretty sure other countries got it as well. Because Volkswagen has had their biggest production lines in Brazil historically. So it makes sense that it was their core of the operation in the entire continent. Ah, yeah, this might be doable. Might be. Yeah, that's funny. Like, in other countries you got like the Jetta, but here it got a name change, and it's called the Bora. And something funny happened because the Bora that is based off the Mark IV Golf sold really well. They decided to sell both the Mark IV and Mark V Jettas together at the same time with different names. And that continued for a few years. Yeah, this might be doable. Funny, like the Mark V Jetta here was sold with a 2.5 inline 5 actually, a naturally aspirated inline 5, which is a really crazy option. You didn't see that in many places, and of course people want the 2.5s over the other ones. Some people prefer the 2-liter turbo, like the TFSI, which is a pretty solid engine as well. But if I had money, I would totally love to find a 2.5 with a manual. Yeah, and now I am destroying the competition. Good God. Good call on refusing to buy the turbo kit. B16. Yeah, right. The boring Nissan commuter called B16. Oh, the irony on that. Oh, that's delicious. So good. That's so good, it hurts. Ah, nice. Yeah, I was curious which countries got the board. I know for some time Europe got the Volkswagen Fox, and if I recall, that was a Volkswagen Brazil design. I'm not sure. I think it was, if I'm right. I could be wrong. Talking about Volkswagen Latin America and Volkswagen Europe. Sorry, I'm just tired. Even running off coffee and other things these last few days. The usual degenerate life, you know how it goes. Still, I'm not going to drink energy drinks. You told you had a B16. Oh, that must have been a disappointment. Oh god, the disappointment is real. Going to drink a bit of water. Now I have to say there's 56 of us, but only 35 likes. So remember to tap the like button, please. And the last race is in Deep Forest. We should be fine. Keyword should be. And there's a Golf 4 in the lead. Good. We can compete against those. Yeah, no, I know when to be. I know my limits. Oh, sorry. I know my limits. I'm fine. No, that wasn't a Honda. That was a Mitsubishi Mirage that we used in last stream, and it got us a GTC NSX, which now I have two because I won a Castrol NSX on the license. So no, you didn't miss much. Welcome to the stream. Tracks in reverse. We always have this conversation. Tracks in reverse are really evil. But you know, it's worse when they are mirrored. That's I always say the same. I rather have a reverse track, which is really confusing, than a mirrored track, which breaks my brain. Oh, right, I have wheel spin on second. Easy. What's the best? Probably Castrol. Rayberg is really nice. I really like the Rayberg livery. I'm not sure if it's on the Gran Turismo 4 though. And then the Takata Dome, like the yellow one, white one. You're making me choose, and I don't like choosing. I like them all. Why choose when I can get them all? I can collect all the NSXs and have only one that I will use and the rest gathering dust because I only need one. Yeah, last stream I got the Arta NSX, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong, it's really cool, with white and orange. Really, really nice livery. Ooh, easy now. I'm not sure they are allowed to make reverse variants of real circuits. Thank God. Otherwise, it will be like in Enthusia, where they had the reverse Nürburgring, and that was one of the most unholy, cursed things I have ever seen in a racing game. The Lost 80 is a really good bet. Totally. Yeah, I got the Castrol Mugen one, which is really cool. Especially with those golden rims. I know you were kidding. I know you were, but still, I will take every chance I get to make a reference to the fact Enthusia has a reverse variant of the Nürburgring. And that's one of the most cursed things I have ever seen in a racing game. And it totally plays as it sounds, by the way. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Totally plays as it sounds. Fine, you want to go to the grass, go to the grass. We're going to win this racing. Prize car time. Oh, well, I mean, I'm not the one who said that. You said it, Yoon. I didn't say that. I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious that I have some degree on the spectrum myself as well, you know. Oh. Oh. Well, this is as further as you could get from a European car. I need silver. You could have given me the yellow one. But I think this thing will be useful. I'm not sure if I have any other roasters, so yeah, thanks. I have the beads, but the bead needs insane amounts of money to be competitive, which I refuse to do in this run given my bank account. I have the Fair Lady, but the Fair Lady will probably need insane amounts of money. And can this thing be used for the track races? It can, right? Wait. Second. Yes, good. Yes, we have two cars which can do these races now. Oh, good. This is good stuff. So the golf event gave us two cars which we need, a car which we needed. Thanks. It's time to do track events. Oh, well, I mean, 239k, I mean, it's better than my bank account, that's for sure, but yeah, times are tough. The budget cuts in Gran Turismo are real. This Gran Turismo thing isn't as profitable as it once was. They decided to put all their money in something called a Gran Turismo movie for some reason, so we're... Ooh, sorry, tap the microphone. They decided to put the Gran Turismo movie for some reason, so we're just short on budget. Oh, the Silverado is going to win. It's going to destroy us. Oh, off the line would beat it. This is good. Oh, these things are so big. Oh, this... Oh! Oh, there's another Silverado. There's two of those things and just pulled away. Great. Yeah, there's a Gran Turismo movie in the works, if you didn't know. And I'm from Argentina, Ignacio. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, this thing isn't fun to drive. This thing needs work. Ah, the body roll. And it's so slow too. Like, the Silverado is just so far away already, and it's going to pull away even further at the straight. Wow. Yeah, no, you know what? We're going to throw some money on it. You want me to throw money into you? Fine, you got it. Acceleration stutters, that's interesting. No, we're not going to cut the chicane. I have standards and I have morals, you know. You all want me to cut the chicane. But I can solve this with... Jesus, that's a lot of weight. I just learned English by talking to people over many years and copying, pretty much. Took some time, but it improved with the years. I never went to an academy or anything like that. I'm not exactly an educated person. You think I'm an educated person? Yeah, right. If I was an educated person, I wouldn't be doing this. I will have an honest job. Oh no, now everyone's trying to blackmail me with, oh, you did this thing, you did this other thing. Yes, I know, I have a past, okay? I totally have a past. How many years? Well, I started using the internet in English when I was 14, I guess. And now I'm 24. By the time I was 16, 17, I was able to have like live calls with friends in English. And it just got better over there because I started to try and write like this sort of thing, like write, script, describe things, put scripts together and all of that. So it just evolved over time. I don't want to escape my sins, I just want to throw enough money at them and make them disappear, which is the clever way. You can make your past disappear, but you can't convince people it doesn't exist. Yeah, there's no way around it. Like, learning a language in school is kind of useless, I'm not going to lie. The whole education system is kind of useless, but that's another rabbit hole in and of itself. The Silverado is already on the lead. You know, I'm not going to cut the chicane, but I'm totally going to squeeze between you two. That was great. That was so smooth. I didn't expect it to work, but it kind of did, I guess. Yeah, we're out pulling the ram. So, no, I don't make it. I wanted to just see if I could throw my way in, but no. You want me to cut the chicane? Fine, that's as close as you will get. There's the chicane cut you all been waiting for. You can just make a clip and say, see, you cut the chicane once. Whenever I say something about having morals and standards in this channel, you will totally play this clip of me pulling two wheels on the grass. Oh, this thing just has no acceleration. Just look how slow it gets. These gears are really long. Don't tell. This is a 4-speed. This is a car from the 2000s with a 4-speed. Of course it's a Chevrolet. Like, who else? Who else could make something like this? I'm going to get all the Chevrolet fans upset. Oh, this thing is just so fast. I have to use this thing anyway for the Roadster Cup. So I might as well. Might as well throw more cash at it, right? You know what? Fine. Fine, recover from that, you know? Fine, just go past. Oh, it was in vain. That thing is just ahead of me, and it's too far away. I can't make a move in here. Oh, god damn. Fine, Silverado, fine. I'll just buy more parts. I will waste more money in your manufacturer. Fine. how slow this thing can be. It just has no acceleration. Oh no, the Corsa. Oh god, no. Too late, chat. I can't cut the chicane. Oh no, how terrible. How terrible. Fine, fine. We'll do it your way. You win. We'll do it your way. We'll do it your way. Here goes nothing, I guess. Oh, don't tell. Oh, there's one. There's two. No, we're going to do this the dishonest way. Who wants to see these truck races anyway? I just want the prize car. Yeah, break. Go on. Lose time. Do me a favor. Yeah, this one is getting sketchy. We have two of those things. One's already behind me. Great. You know, these things were also really broken in Midnight Club 3. What is it about the Silverado concept that is always so busted? Too late for rerolls, we're going to do this. Yes, crashing into AA is fine, but cutting the chicane? No, thank you. It's like that clip from I'm not sure if anyone saw this. It's on YouTube. It's like a clip from Batman the animated series, and the Joker says like, "I'm crazy enough to take on Batman, but not the IRS." Well, this is something similar. We are crazy enough to crash into cars, but not crazy enough to cut chicanes. No football. I don't like football at all, actually. No team for me. If that's what you're meaning, given you wrote in Spanish, though, I assume that's what you mean. Yeah, this thing has really long gears and it's a 4-speed. This is criminal, like, just look how slow these reps climb. I'm holding the accelerator like at full blast. I'm not lifting off at all. The needle isn't moving at all. It's barely moving. Red paint gives it infinite horsepower. Of course, how could I forget? Oh, they are already in second and third place. Yeah, right. We throw this huge V8 into a truck, but we need to be careful about miles per gallon, so we'll just put extra long gears and yeah, you just won't move past 60 miles anyway, who cares? Oh, this thing is close. Okay. Fine. Fine. Stay there. Did you all say I had to cut the chicane? Remind me, like, did you all say I had to cut the chicane, or I'm confused here. I'm suffering from memory loss or something. Might be possible, given how little I have slept in the last few days, but that's another story. That picture deserves a like if you haven't left one on the stream, so go on, click the like button. Oh, Laguna Seca. You know what? Fine, we're going to put a bit more money in this thing, because I don't want to spend ages doing races in this thing. 351. Yeah, you never said that, exactly. It must have been my imagination. It must have been the voices in my head, you know. They get really chatty at this time of day. Oh, I just slammed my mouse. There we go. It already has an LS, actually. Which one? I don't have a clue, but it has an LS. Well, for one, I'm driving this thing in the game for the first time, so... I mean, it could be worse. Could be way worse. He never doubted you, of course. Of course he never doubted me. You always have my back, I know. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, but that's a funny mind game your brain does there. Oh, 3 wide. And I get the lead. Oh. Corkscrew time with these heavy trucks. Will they? Oh no, they didn't slide. How unfortunate. I wanted them to lose control. It would have been really funny. Yeah, there's a lot of good American engines, actually. That's right. Here, long gears. Long gears, I forgot. Totally weaving into the pit lane, but it's a 2-lap race. Who cares? Now I'm thinking, right? I have to use this thing for the Spider Cup. And I'm not going to put more money. I already wasted a lot of money to this thing. I wonder if it can beat the MX-5s and Z4s and all of those things. The MRS. The MRS is actually pretty quick. It's just too heavy. I don't want to buy a suspension kit, but I might be forced to. Yeah, there's a few good American engines, actually. I don't think Americans make bad engines. That's just wrong. They make really good engines. They make engines suited to their needs, like every country. It's fine to make fun of all countries, but I think most of them make somewhat decent cars. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like sometimes they're inefficient. Like they just make them big and heavy, and the car just suffers. It has like a Jewish engine in front, and it's totally useless. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Right. Just one race more in Seattle circuit of all places. Because get ready, because this one is going to be really fun. Seattle circuit. Fine. Fine. Exactly, like fuel is cheap, you have massive highways, and you need engines which have lots of torque, but run with really low stress, so you need V8s. Totally. If I get a Silverado as the price, then the entire run is over. Well, of course I do like V8s, but if I had to pick a V8 for me, it wouldn't be something American. It will be something like the AMG V8s, stuff like that. Those were always fascinating to me. Hey, Warfare, hope you're doing well. Yeah, this stream has a lot more traffic, which I didn't expect, and I'm really grateful for. So thanks for joining. I hope everything's up to your standards, and it's interesting to watch. Yeah, that's valid. They have the autobahns, so they also need cars which can cruise at high speeds, at low stress, and all of that. But I think they take it a step further with AMGs and some BMWs. But AMGs takes the crown for V8s for me. Hey, Gene Day, hope you're doing well. How was university, man? Everything went nicely? Yeah, the 850i, the thing is, most of those were automatics. But still, that was a really cool car. Of course, now they are starting to get, desirable. After spending 20 years in the background, in the shadows. So now it's time to find one if you want an old 8 series, I will say. And if you want a CSI, just forget about it. Those things are 6 figures. They become 6-figure cars already. P12 with a manual? Yeah, no. Can't have those. Yeah, you got a point. It is a cruiser. You got a total point. Oof. Yeah, we might win this with ease. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's me, but I do care about automatic or manuals. I never driven an automatic car. Never been... Well, I've been near one, but I never driven it myself. Most of the cars I took out were manuals. Well, all of the cars I took out were manuals. Maybe one day I actually get my own car and I get to choose. Now that will be nice. Yeah, Yeah, a car with a V8 here. I mean, a V6 already. It's like, oh wow, a V6. Let alone a V8. You don't see V8s at all. Maybe you see the most common thing you see is the Ram with a V8, the 5.7. Though I've seen a few of those. And outside that, there's not many cars with a V8. Oh, hope the exam went well. I never been good with exams and tests and all of that. Never been my strong suit. I guess that makes a bit that makes sense. Alright. Alright, I have a really busy week, to be honest. I'm sorting a few things out. But yeah. I'm alright. A bit tired, but pretty well. Why am I driving soap? Well, I'm forced to do so because I want a prize car. Which we will get now. Prize car time. Ooh, prize car time. Oh! Ah, this could have been useful at the start of the stream. And it's green. Damn, it's a beautiful car. Please tell me I can find a use for this thing. Don't tell me that the Aston Martin race is only for DB9s. Don't tell me the Aston Martin race is only for DB9s. No, it's for all. Good, good, really good. We'll get some miles on this thing. God, just look at it. It's so beautiful. I love this thing. Yeah, to be honest, I am aiming to make full-time YouTube, but there's a few challenges I still have to sort thanks to the country I live in, to be honest. And yeah, I would like to make YouTube a full-time thing. That's why I've been throwing so much time in the last few months, and it's starting to pay off, I see. But there's a few problems that I have, given I need to sort a few economical situations, which are really native to my own country, so it will take a long time to explain in detail the problems that I'm facing, but yes, I would like to. If anyone's wondering what's keeping me so busy, I'm kind of trying a new job. And yeah, it's not bad, but it takes a lot of time. A lot of time. And if you are curious how I got it thanks to my English. So, yeah. Goes to show my English isn't just for show. Oh, nice picture of a DB7 there. Yeah, you say the Latin American difficulty. It's more Argentinian difficulty. You know how it goes in here. You know, oh no. It's something you're not allowed to have. Oh no, how dare you, win in a different currency than us. Did you all lose the stream for a second there? I'm not sure if it was my phone, which I used to keep track of your messages, or the stream died for a second. So let me know, and we'll continue right on. Ah, it died for a second, alright, sorry. Sorry, yeah, today I had my internet company fix a few cables outside that were broken. So it will probably have a few issues, but we're better off. Sorry, I mean, this thing kind of happens until I can probably afford more bandwidth. Maybe it's that, because I assume I'm not running at the limit for 720, but it's always good to have more. You never know what's going on. Yeah, exactly. You don't like your currency losing value? How dare you? No, that's literally how it goes. And getting this stuff from YouTube is really hard, actually. So yeah, that's why I always insisted being supported by other means. But I don't like asking for it because it feels really wrong. I mean, it feels wrong to me. I don't know. In a way, Richard, in a way, it kind of is. It's not it's not perfect, but it's a bit better. At least the financial situation in other countries in Latin America is better. As they don't have crazy inflation, they don't have absurd regulations regarding currency and all. They have a lot of similar problems for sure. But the Argentinian economic system is a disaster, which isn't comparable to any other region in the world, I would say. I do have a Patreon and it's on the description, but it's being activated and I think someone tried to join and it's still waiting on them to be allowed. But yeah, I do have a Patreon and it's on the description of this stream. It's always on the description of my stream or my videos. Yeah, exactly. You know, what I'm going to say is going to sound really crazy, but it's true. In Argentina, there's an illegal market of US dollars. Why it's called an illegal market? In reality, it's the real market, because the government doesn't allow you to buy US currency or any foreign currency freely. So there's a secondary market for US dollars and currency exchange. And to make it worse, like the legal part, like they just exchange dollars at a really fixed rate, which is less than half the real market value. So yeah, it's a bit of a crazy. It's really crazy to explain for people who don't live it here. Yeah, exactly. Dollar blue, it's called. Literally called dollar blue. I'm bringing this Argentinian lore to people from all over the world. we got an Aston Martin, Yun. This beauty. I'm glad your lunch was good. That's more important than a price car. You will get to see it later. Yeah, I'm oh, great. I stopped watching the screen for a second. Yeah, so I'm throwing all this Argentinian lore to all of you who are from different corners of the world, and it's really funny to me. Yeah, I got a good color at last. Yeah, I totally got a good color at last. Funny how we were talking about US currency and the car is green, huh? The only note you should make is don't come here, period. That's the only note you should make. Nah, nobody's going to hear anything similar because even the worst countries in the world aren't so out of their mind like Argentina in the economic manners. No, exactly. It's its own universe. You cannot compare it to any other country because the amount of bizarre things that happen. Oh, excuse me, I got a phone call. 1 second, sorry. I'm sorry, that took a bit of time. Thanks for waiting for me. We're back. Oh yeah, you. Nobody has knocked on my door yet. We're fine. We're fine. Nobody has tried to harm me yet. We're safe. Oh yeah, the controller's good. I pressed X because I thought it was still on pause. Sorry, I had a phone call for something, but yeah, no, it is it wasn't what I was looking for, so no. Since I usually throw a lot of resumes to see what will come, I sometimes get a few calls offering me jobs, but this one was like a part-time for a single month, and that one is, if I'm looking for something, yeah, it wasn't what I was looking for. Hey, Racing, okay, hope you're doing well. Oh, hey, thanks, Blaine Dev, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me, the fact people are willing to put money for this project of mine is crazy still to this day. But then again, it feels really nice at the same time. It's something I'll get used to. That's for sure. I will get used to it. Oops, sorry, tapped the microphone again. But yeah, sometimes I get random calls like that. And I'm going to be honest. Like even if it doesn't work for me, I feel bad letting them hanging out, so I just say, look, no, I'm not interested, I'm sorry. Because I don't know, it just feels people took their time to call me, so I might as well answer them. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people outside Argentina really cannot comprehend because there's so many things happening at the same time. If I could make a fictional plot and sell it to Netflix about what happens in Argentina, I will become a millionaire overnight. Because it goes above and beyond reality. It really depends. Like I like to bring racing games, and I think doing challenges is an interesting way of bringing racing games without being, doing the same everyone else is doing, because you need a bit of a unique point to stand out. So probably if I bring games, it will be tried to be in a challenging manner or something I can come up with, which isn't, hey, this is a game review. Hi, this is the game. Which is done to that, really. But that's kind of the problem, because the stuff I like to do takes time. And not only takes time to record the entire thing, it takes time to put the script, edit it. All of it takes a lot of time. And yeah, of course I would like to do this full time and sink more time into it, because the more time I have and the less worries I have in my head, the more time I will be able to sink into it. Make more videos, make more content, bring other things which I would like to cover as well, like maybe some car histories, maybe some commentary on the current situation of the car market and stuff like that, things I like to talk about, but usually I don't talk about because I don't have the time. It takes a lot of time to do some research as well. Yeah, this is such a rough track. I always struggle with it. I'm glad I managed to push past my opponent quite literally in the first lap. Yeah, I mean, probably once the channel has a bit of traffic, I will make a bit of an Ace Combat video as an off-topic thing. Or maybe Project Wingman, one of those games, because they are really special games for me and they deserve a bit more of attention. And it's funny because planes in those games kind of control like cars in a racing game. You just have to relearn a bit of the controls, but it's nothing too extreme. Like you just can fly as well, and it's really fun. It's of an action game. Yeah, exactly. That's my belief. Like, I don't like to put as many things as I want, even if YouTube kind of forces you to run before you walk, in a sense. You just have to hurry things to a degree that sometimes I'm not happy with, but it's the name of the game. I knew what I was signing up for. So I understand that. Thanks, Ignacio. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good time at work. Final race. Let's see what do we get after this. Actually, I like the AC3. It's alright. Some missions are a bit, of course, I mean, it's a bit of an acid trip at times, but it's a really good game. I like AC3. Oh, again I pressed X. Oh, God. Ah, yes, if you want to join my Discord server, there's a link in the description of this stream. Also, if you're wondering why I'm pressing X, it's because the game I've been playing I cannot remap the controller, so it has the stock controls and accelerator is X. Right now, acceleration is R2 for me and L2 is brake. In a PlayStation standard controller, that will be. But I'm not playing in a standard controller, I'm playing in a Chinese knockoff or Xbox 360 controller. How many events did I finish already? No idea. AC3 stands for Ace Combat 3, a flying game, a flying action game, which was released on the PlayStation 1, and for years, many long years, the full cut of the game was only released in Japanese, so the Western world didn't know much of it. We got the butchered version of it, and it wasn't until a few years ago when a fan patch, a translation patch, was released for the Japanese game in full English. So now we get to see the entire plot lines and love that. Assetto Corsa 3. Yeah, exactly. We're time travelers on this stream. Oh no, my secret has been discovered. Entering the electrosphere. Nah, I don't need to remap the controllers. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I got used to it, but since I'm switching games back and forth, sometimes I get like a bit confused. Yeah, exactly, the Nemo patch. Exactly. God, this thing is so great. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could time travel given we live in an alternate dimension, and that's a valid point. Yeah, I would like to try PS3 emulation, but one, my computer is... I mean, it's okay, but it's not as powerful to support a PS3 emulator. And second, it's very early, so it's going to be full of issues. And having a game full of issues isn't a good idea for a stream. I went to one or two circuits while they were racing, a few car shows. Never been to a proper track day. But yeah, that will be nice one day. There's always a really good classic car show here in October. I might get to go again this year and take a few pictures and share them with you all. But of course, that's in October and price car time. Oh no! Hey, at least it's a nice color. At least it's also a British car. Profit? Profit. I'll take that. Soap Green. This thing has a manufacturer event? It does. It does have a manufacturer event. Do you want me to use the Mini or the Chevrolet to do the Spider Cup? Hey Billy, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. It's not a bad color. I like the color. What are you talking about? Yeah, Hospital Walgreen. And yeah, there were a lot of Formula 1 races in Argentina, actually, until the year 2000, I think. Then everything went to the toilet. Shall we use the Mini or the Chevrolet? You get to choose, chat. Come on, I'll disable the traction. Oh, use the Chevy. What else? Come on, one vote for the Chevy. What else? Mini. Oh, all right. We're 1-1 already. Yeah, the SSR is ugly in a cool way. That's a valid point. I guess we suffer with the Mini a bit more. Get it out of the way. And for next stream, because I won't be able to use it in this stream, because we're going to run out of time for both, we'll have to go and do the other races with the SSR. But first I need to see something about this Mini. Because if this thing can go below a ton, we can use it for British lightweights, which is useful, another race we can do. But if it can't, we're in trouble. It will be close, I think. Let's see, stage... Oh, I have to go stage 3. Oh, man. That's disappointing. That's a lot of money. Stage 3 to go British lightweights. But it can be... It's doable. It's doable, so in case I need it, I can. In case I need it, I can. Yeah, this 2002 Cooper. Wait, how much horsepower does the Cooper S have? 160. Ah. We're going to throw a bit more power on this thing. Just to be safe. Oh great, we start in Opera Paris. What could possibly go wrong? These are German, yeah. Fair point. Fair point. These are the BMW Minis. And of course we have a Cooper S on the lead. Mine's not supercharged. Oh. That's not fair. Oh god, it's so bright. Oh, at least it wasn't the Mini 1. Let's be positive. At least it wasn't a Mini 1. Good god, if I had gotten a Mini 1, it would have been a death sentence. Oh. Holy understeer. Oh, it just... Oh god. Oh god. This doesn't look pretty. This doesn't look pretty. We might have a bit of a problem here. Especially in this god-awful track. Yeah, they're going to pull away. We're going to put a bit... It doesn't turn at all. Let's just be clear. It's I'm not going to win this race. I can tell already. This thing is undrivable. I cannot make time. And last, we're going to do a few changes. Yeah, ironically, they handle great in real life, but this is Gran Turismo. Nothing handles great in Gran Turismo. Did I buy this? Yeah, I bought this. More power, maybe? I already bought the NA kit, right? And I could have bought one of these. No. You know what? Fine. I don't want to spend much time with this thing. I want to get it done. Let's just hope this thing turns. I can use racing tires, but it's too much money. Thanks though. I appreciate that you told me that. I wouldn't have noticed because I will assume this was for street tires only. Really soft front, really stiff rear. I just love the white roof, or the white roof on the Mini Cooper. It's just so cool. I love that detail. Okay, thanks. Oof. Ah, that's a shame. Losing a nice car is always a sad thing. But you know, it's just part of life. Sometimes things go wrong. Okay, so we got past one Cooper S. I have to see how the second lap comes along. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about this race because, you know, the leading starts give them a really good... Oh! Whoa! Why did they brake so much? That thing was just there, stopped in the middle of the road. Just as I was saying, like, they had a big advantage thanks to the rolling starts. This thing just stops. That's cool. Another Mini Cooper will be a treat, actually, no? Oh. Okay. Ah, the AI is bugged, and that's good to know. Thanks. That's interesting. I never seen it in action before, but it explains a lot of things. It totally explains a lot of things. by accident. Yeah, I'm not too well versed on the world of Mini Coopers, actually. I know a bit of them, you know, the basic stuff. But I don't... Oh. Oof. Almost. Oh. That hurts a lot. I guess I was too optimistic. It is still a front-wheel drive. Right, one race down. One race down. Yeah, I mean, you have a point. The Gran Turismo AI isn't the most clever, but sometimes it has a few moments of brief. It has a few bright but brief moments. Yes, you totally have a point. It's not that clever. This is a one-lap race, by the way. A one-lap race goes to show how slow the game considers these cars that you only have to race. Sorry, with them for one lap. Those gears are pretty long. Really long. I always wanted to watch the Italian job, but the original, I watched it ages ago, and I don't remember much about it. The remake, it's a remake. I know it exists, and I'm not too thrilled about that one. Oh, really? Wow. But isn't the Mini one like cheaper on the inside? Like it's just a cheaper version overall, like less equipment, worse seats, all of that? Just curious, you know. I'm really curious. Because I think the Mini one was the entry level car. And then you had the Cooper in the middle and the Cooper S. Don't tell me I'm going to lose this race. Because I'm pretty far from the Cooper S. Yeah, the Fox was manufactured in Brazil, yeah. And it was imported to Europe for a few years. Goes to show. You know what? I don't want to do this race again. I refuse to do this race again. Sorry, but at the same time, kind of not sorry. Ah, it was an engine spec, interesting. Yeah, I assume most things were optional. As usual. Most things were optional. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Totally. Totally makes a lot of sense. Yeah, for a moment, you got it. Oh, 3 laps. I really want to see if it's possible to finish this and the Spider Cup in the same stream. I kind of doubt it, but I'll do my best. If not, then well, if I see the time it's too late when I'm done with this, then it will have to wait. right. I pressed X again. This one is a rolling start. I don't like that. Yeah, see, 5 seconds or better. Don't mind if I do red mini. Understeer. I'll debrake to warm the rear tires. The rear tires aren't the problem. The problem is this thing understeers and it's too front heavy, I think. But we'll get some. Pretty sure we'll get some. The AI brakes a bit too hard for this corner, so that's good. We're closing in, and maybe for the last lap I can make a move if everything goes well on the green mini. If not, it's going to be really sad, because I don't want to retry any of these races. And it's a single race, so it's win or go home. I'm too far. I was planning to overtake the Cooper ahead now, but I can't because I was too late. Still, just I gained a second. That's good. I gained time. We're making progress. See if I'm holding my own in the outside. I wonder if I have better acceleration and top speed than them. Could be. Oh, that was close to the wall. Right. Might be possible to make a move on the final lap. Might be. In. Got pushed by this thing over here. Come on, I want to gain on that green Cooper. Didn't gain anything at all. Good, don't block me now. Good. Yes! There we go. Sorry, Green Cooper. But we have things to move along to do. And we cannot be waiting here. Fine, 2 more races. 2 more races with this thing. For now. Yeah, exactly. The Doctor Spec Mini Cooper is actually taking lives. How twisted. It could be worse. I like the color. I really do. It could be worse. 20 spec. You really don't like the color, don't you? It could have been silver. That one will have been really boring. Excuse me. Thanks, I appreciate that. Now we have to catch up that thing, which it's probably a Cooper S, obviously. Even Gran Turismo 4 loves to put the fastest car on the first place because they think it's challenging. And yeah, I know it's slow and there's sparks flying all over the place, but I refuse to change the setup on this thing. It kind of turns. I refuse to change this setup. This is going to stay. I'm not lifting this thing. I refuse to lose my turning circle ability, whatever it's called. Thanks, Jack. Someone likes my Mini, see? Someone has the same cultured taste as myself. It's better to have a divisive color than a boring color. We're catching up to the Cooper S. Nah, I'm too far to make the dive, but well, if you want to slow down, I'll appreciate that. No, that's on the championships, and you have to qualify yourself. In single races, the grids are set, and there's nothing you can do to change them. Oh god, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell, right? It's no British Racing Green, exactly. It's no British Racing Green. But it's something. It's fine. As long as it doesn't pull away from me, it's fine. Don't accelerate while turning. Yeah, you have a point. My bad. Yeah, exactly. There it goes. Yeah, makes sense. It reminds me of toothpaste. I have nothing against 6 cylinders in classic muscle cars. In fact, I know a few which Right, let me rephrase. It's fine. The engine is fine. If you're willing to accept it won't be the V8 spec, it's fine. You just have to know what you got. You just have to accept what you got. The problem comes with people who buy the inline 6 and they wanted the V8 but didn't want to pay the V8 premium. So they start to justify and make excuses and things which they shouldn't have done. You bought the car because you liked it. Otherwise, just don't buy it. It has backfires. It's hilarious. It has backfires. Yeah, exactly. Like the Corvette. I was about to say, like the Corvette started as an inline 6, and people didn't buy them, and then they threw a V8 in it, and people started noticing them. Then again, the design changed when they dropped the V8, so there's something else. That's why. Oh, final race. Oh, New York. New York, this is annoying. Oh, it's the reverse variant. Huh. Yeah, and the game puts a Cooper S on the lead. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't have much hopes for this one. Like, see, the Cooper S is... I mean, look at the 4 cars ahead of me, and then the Cooper S is just gone. Fine, you know what? fight amongst yourselves. Don't care. I have an opponent to chase. I would like to win this race. If we win, maybe if we win first try, maybe we can squeeze the Spider Cup all in the same stream. Depends how long. I don't think those races are too long, so maybe we can do it before my time, which is like I have to wrap things up in 30 minutes. And just run off and get away because I have to go out. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like, personally, I think it's really sad that because sometimes these cars aren't, 100% rational choice. So yeah, maybe I can get the same power from an inline 4, but it's not the same. It's not the same experience, and therefore the car won't be the same. That's something which people need to understand. It's not always the numbers game. It's not always the spec sheets. Sorry. It's not always the spec sheets, it's more about the experience that the car provides. Yeah, I mean, trucks have V8 engines, V12s. I think there's diesel V12 trucks, if I'm right. Will be wrong. Ooh, sorry. These races, I behaved so terrible in these races that I don't deserve a good prize car. It's fine, I accept that. Yeah, exactly. It kind of is about experience and feel. When you start to get into this type of cars, it is about experience and feel. There's no way around it. It's not 100% rational. That's the thing people need to understand. And it's probably silly. Like, I'm usually really a rational person, but when it comes to cars, that aspect of mine goes flying off the window. Oh, you think it's going to be a Chevrolet, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, exactly. If nobody cared, we will be driving 100 horsepower hatch. Yeah, exactly. Nobody will buy anything special, anything interesting. And yeah, it will be a really boring world if you ask me. Well, price car time. We didn't get a Hyundai yet. Yeah, you're right. Then again, there's nothing I can do with a Hyundai, so good thing I didn't get one. Oh! Ah! Who said I will get a Chevy? You have been proven right. I got a Grand Sport. There's not much I can do with it, but it's a Grand Sport. What are these? Ah, here you are. Get in, yes. we're going to try and do this. I hope I can. Hey, anyway. Yeah, no way, I can't believe that. Still, I didn't deserve something good. I driven pretty awful in this race. I didn't deserve a good car. Sure, fine, clutch. Do I have the... Yeah, screw shaft. Yeah. I still need something for the GT World Championship, mind you. Is it this? Yeah, this is the last race of the beginner hall as well, so we're getting closer to... Yeah, we did the Corvette races. We're getting closer to the... being able to enter the GT World Championship. I've been stalling because I had nothing which could join the GT World Championship, really. So, yeah. This one assist. 5. Lower this thing as much as it can. Really soft front. Let's just go 5. Yeah, I mean, let's go with this. Why not? Oh, she'll be fine. She'll be. The game says that it's a bit harder. There's an MRS on the lead, right? These things are quick. Oh no, it's an MGF, not an MRS on the line. But still, it's just 2 laps around here. So let's just go. Yeah, the poor Fiat Barchetta has no chance against this thing. Still, it's doing a really good fight. It's not as bad as a PD Cruiser, really. This thing is okay. I grown to like it on the last few races I did with it. Still, I will have liked one in yellow. You know. We're closing on the MGF. I really like those early MGFs. They're pretty cool. They're kind of oddball cars, but they're pretty cool. Alright, Blind Dev, thanks for joining the stream. Have a good day. The track is just a suggestion, exactly. Yeah, the triple clutch helps a lot with shifts. That's why I bought it, because otherwise it will just stay forever trying to find the gear. And that really helps with acceleration. So yeah. Drivetrain parts are really good to help with acceleration. It's more of a luxury improvement because usually you just want to add more power, reduce weight, suspension, all of that. But drivetrain really helps to bring a car alive. You just set the gears, improve acceleration, improve shifting responses. Yeah. You know what to say. I mean, taste is kind of subjective. We can argue they are bad cars or good cars, but some people will like something with it we all dislike. I'm sure there's someone out there who likes silver cars and black cars, and I don't. So yeah, you know how those go. It's funny how that goes. Yeah, shame you can get the multipla, exactly. The multipla will have been really fun to drive in here. As long as, you know, people are... I don't really like when people are, oh, so you like something mainstream when it comes to cars, and they kind of make fun of the people who like, you know, more, in quotation marks, ordinary cars for enthusiasts. Because they only like, I don't know, Fiat Multiplas or PD Cruisers, and they're like, oh, they think they are alternative car enthusiasts, you know. I never really like that attitude some people have. But otherwise, you're fine, you know, you're looking like whatever you like. As long as it's not a silver car, you will be safe on this stream. Even if there are some exceptions to those silver cars. Absolutely, there are some exceptions. Yeah, I mean, you have a point. I can't say that a Benz doesn't look good in black, but personally, I will prefer white. White, probably some shade of... So probably a nice shade of, you know, green. I really like green for those cars. Really fancy. Green with a clear interior, like white interior or tan interior. On the right mind likes a multipla, the people who need to move lots of other people. And they need 6 seats and something easy to park. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence about that. I think you can like what you like, but at the same time, you always have to be, you know, respectful in a way. Just because you think something's better, usually it's not better, and if you can't prove that something is better, don't get pissed when people say that you are wrong. You know what I mean? My problem comes with that. Like, some people think they are above others, and that's kind of my problem. Also, at the same time, you know, nowadays, of course, maybe 10 years ago this wasn't a problem, but nowadays a lot of hobbies are getting taken over and ruined by on the inside. So yeah, there are some tough times really for having any sort of hobby. Like, just look at video games, just look at movies, just look at anything. It's just getting eaten alive from the inside out. So I do understand people who are kind of concerned their communities will turn into that and they will be ruined. That's totally a valid concern. But still, there are ways and ways to do things, you know? Just because something's wrong doesn't mean you have to be mean about it. And if people don't want to listen, fine, that's their problem. You just need to know you'll die on that hill because you know what you know what you are doing. You know what I mean. Corbers are interesting. They said a lot of bad things about the Corvair because someone wrote a book about them, and the book turns it's really overblown, to be honest. Yeah, rear-engine cars drive different. Who will have thought? No need to call them unsafe at any speed, you know. Now the myth has stuck with them until the end of time. Because someone who doesn't have a clue wrote a book about them. See, this wasn't a problem of today. You had that problem in the 60s as well. Everything all becomes new again. Why did I upshift there? It wasn't necessary. You just have to know which communities you pick. And at the same time, it's just... the reality is, you'll never get along with anyone in a group. That's just something you all have to accept. The best thing is just meeting people in those groups and they just get along in smaller groups. You'll never be friends with anyone in a room. And there's no need to be friends with everyone in the room. sometimes we all think that we have to all get along, and that's not really the case. There's a difference between getting along and just being able to share space without causing any troubles. Yeah, you know, one of the things I would like to make if I had time, like serious time, will be actually reading that book by myself and find everything wrong with it. Just to put the whole drama to end at the least. In a way, it's necessary evil. Depends on the situation. Yeah, depends on the situation. If you have people who like something, and if you like people who like something, that's fine. But if you have people who just want to find a community to spread ideas which have nothing to do with the community, then yeah, you kind of need to keep those people away. Because people just grab whatever community they got nowadays to spread something which isn't nice. I know sometimes people will say, oh, but you talk about this subject, you talk about economy, you talk about that. Aren't you using your platform to spread your ideas? I mean, no, in a way. I'm just explaining situations, and given how I had to learn a lot of things to explain those situations, I already have my worldview on place. I'm not trying to spread anything. I'm not trying to convince anyone of my worldview. And the same train of thought just applies to everything, really. Cars, music, media, whatever. Just doesn't matter. You just have to know where you stand and put your thoughts in a good manner. And if people want to understand them, good. If they don't, as I said before, whatever, that's their problem. Right, you know how the best way to explain gatekeeping will be, imagine a group of people who all like the same thing, and someone new comes and wants to join the group, but it's not exactly like the people inside that group. Well, the people who are part of the group will reject the new one because it's not exactly like the group. That's probably gatekeeping. They're gatekeeping the group from someone new because they don't trust them at all, or he's not part of the oh god, understeer. I have to fight with this Opel Speedster now. Sorry. Alright, we're clear. We're clear. Now, the thing about opinions is, like, everyone has an opinion. I mean, it's not that I don't like them, it's just that you have to give opinions they value they got, which is an opinion. People think that their opinion can change the world, but they have nothing. That when you start to pick at their opinions, like they're based on nothing, so they have nothing to back them up with. And I mean, I could have an opinion, like lots of opinions, but that doesn't mean they mean anything. If I'm going to present something, it's going to be a well-formed argument. I haven't seen the patches for GT5 because I can't play GT5. I don't have a PS3, I don't have an emulator. A PC that can run the emulator. Because the Speedster is actually a really good car. People ignore those things, but they are really quick. They're not talking about here in itself racing. They're talking about like in general, like the concept of gatekeeping and those things. Yeah, exactly. We have that code in Spanish as well, Billy. I was going to say it, but you know. I didn't want to. And we're going to get prize cards now. Right, prize card time. Drum roll, please. Oh, hey, this is actually fitting. And it's a good color. We can use this for the NA, for the Miata race. Good. This is good. I have a race to do with this thing. Very well. Now, if you haven't left a like on the stream, it's your last chance to do this because I'm going to wrap the stream up. If you want to join our Discord server, there's a link in the description. It's a growing community. There's a lot of us who like cars and other things, so you should give it a chance. And yeah, thanks for joining you all. This was a really nice stream to do. I'll try to stream whenever I can. I'm not sure when I'll be able to stream again, but whenever I can, I'll just fire things up and I'll continue with this randomizer playthrough. So remember to check the Discord, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new and you haven't subscribed to the channel, and I will see you all in the next stream. Take care and bye for now.